Stacey Burns. I am the co-founder and vice president of business innovation for the Colorado Institute for Social Impact. I think we're unique because we are able to take that intangible and work with it. So we have 3 different levels in how we describe the social return on investment. We have the established SROI, which those are the numbers that any evaluator is going to give you. They're going to tell you this is exactly what happened. This is a for sure concrete number, and there's very little doubt, no wiggle room around that. That's a fantastic number to have, and there are some people that absolutely align with that definition of what data should be. But the other ways that we can tell the story is looking at generations, the impact that certain folks are having, or looking at the if-thens, that if we got a mother a job and she was successful in that job, is her child more likely to then be successful and to have good role models and to make sure that that continues for generations to come? Those are the questions that we're willing to ask at the Institute, and I think that changes the story that's able to be told through those numbers, and you can actually adjust your story based on who you're talking to, who your audience is. And if you've got someone that is very concrete in their numbers, you'll have that number in our established category. But if you've got, I call them our dreamers, sitting across from you that want to hear about the exponential impact that you're having 5 generations from now, then you'll have that number as well. And so I think we do probably the only work in making sure that folks have a variety of ways to tell their story that allows for the entire story to be told. We have a lot of organizations that have started to look at how to tell their story. It's not how I would describe social return on investment, but there's some really great pieces that are starting to come forward. A lot of folks have realized that outputs is not something that is meant to be described. It doesn't tell enough of the story. You really need to develop outcomes. So if I served you a meal today, what did that get you? Okay, it made you less hungry, but if I served you a meal today and I helped you get a job, I guarantee that that has an outcome because we've now changed your ability to self-sustain. The organizations that I think are doing really well, you've got corporate social responsibility organizations that have done this for a very long time. And so you've got the large organization that gives 5% back to education, and that's a huge amount of money and a lot of great donation going toward education. You've got a really great foundation in New York State that is supporting folks getting themselves out of poverty, and they have a wonderful video on their website that walks you through, well, we had all of these folks graduate in the program that we supported. We can't take credit for every graduate because some of those graduates would have graduated anyway, but we can take credit for some of the folks that did graduate, and here's our return on investment. And so they start to use that language in dollars and cents. But I think that we're getting there. I think that it's just really honing in on some of the more intangibles that we haven't been accustomed to measuring or asking ourselves, what is the value of giving someone hope? What does that do for them? How does that change their lives? Are they more likely to talk to someone and build their social network, which is going to reduce their behavioral health needs, which is a cost savings? Are they more likely to keep the job that they're working at and not gather unemployment, which is a taxpayer cost savings? Are they more likely to just be joyful in their life and find a place that they absolutely love and share that with other folks, which encourages other people's behavioral health to be good? So there's so many different ways that this can be explained. There's a lot of folks that have some great starts on it. If you're a business that wants to tell your story in a different way than it's ever been told, and you want to share with the people that are important to your business and to you the impact that you're having on your community, contact us today to do a social return on investment study. I would love to geek out over your numbers with you and would love to help you tell your story in the dollars and cents that make our world better.